Are you looking for the quickest and easiest way to improve your aim? Then this video is for you. So today we're going to be taking a look at precision rings and comparing two types in particular, the more expensive branded KontrolFreeks and putting them against some budget options to see how they compare. So for a pack of 6 KontrolFreeks you can be looking anywhere upwards of $10 to even up to $20 for 6 of them, but there are loads of budget ones on the market and we'll see how these stack up against the branded versions. Often in the budget packs you get upwards of 18 rings, so if they snap then you've got loads of spares, and they normally coming in at about $5-ish. But before I start off, I'd just like to point out that this video isn't sponsored by KontrolFreeks, so all of these have been purchased with my own money, so you can sleep easy knowing that this is an honest review. I'll leave links down in the description box below if you want to try out either the KontrolFreeks or some of the budget options to try them out for yourself. So, precision rings. What are they and what are they for? Precision rings are physical foam rings that you fit around your joystick to buffer the movement of that stick. They do also come in silicone, which we'll be taking a look at in another video, so make sure you're subscribed with notifications on if you want to check out that video. They're generally used on the right stick for FPS games because this is where a lot of your aiming will come from. Right out of the box, your controller will have a slick, quick range of movement, which can make it hard to make micro adjustments, particularly when you're firing at range on games like Warzone and XDefiant. Some pro controllers, such as the Xbox Elite Series 2, will come with built-in tension tightening, so you won't need these rings. However, these are a great accessory for standard controllers that help to mimic this tension. Even the DualSense Edge controller, which I use, doesn't come with this stick tensioning, so I still use these rings. So how do they work? Well, they improve your accuracy by adding a resistance to your joystick, meaning you can make smaller adjustments in-game while aiming. They'll also allow you to up the sensitivity in-game so you can take advantage of quicker movement and turning speeds without compromising your aim. With the rings being foam, the further into the range of motion of the joystick you push, the firmer the resistance will get as the foam is compressed between the stick and the edge of the controller. Both the KontrolFreeks and the budget alternatives come in 3 different strengths. That's soft, medium and hard. And, as you'd expect, the softer the ring will give you the least resistance, while the hardest will give you the most resistance, meaning you can pump your sensitivity right up in-game. We'll be taking a look at the settings later on in the video. The build of the KontrolFreeks have a slightly different look and feel to the cheaper ones, more of an unusual sponge texture, and they've also got a shiny finish to them which will help them last longer from hours of joystick bashing. If you've got a pro controller, you'll see it's as easy as taking off the joystick and slipping it on, or if the joystick doesn't come off on your controller, then it just slides over the top. You just got to bear in mind that you've got to be a little bit careful putting them on and off, because the cheaper ones particularly can split quite easily when you're taking them off. This is one of the advantages for having more rings within the budget pack. So testing the KontrolFreeks soft ring versus the budget one, I would say that I can't even feel the budget ring at all. It's too soft, it basically adds no resistance whatsoever. But I can feel some slight resistance coming off the soft one. I would say I don't think you really need to change your sensitivity on this. It might just improve your aim without having to change any settings. So depending on what you run at the moment, you might want to stick to around 5 or 6, which is what the pros tend to use. If we take a look at the medium rings across both the KontrolFreeks and the budget, you'll probably want to start pushing this up to 8 or even 9. Try 9 across the mediums. And so I have actually found the KontrolFreeks medium is slightly stronger than the budget one, but the budget one is still a good amount of resistance and will help with your aim. It will take a bit of getting used to, so you'll need to jump in a match with bots just to help hone in the aim depending on which ring you decide to choose. But the medium ones feel good from both packs, I would say. Like I say, the KontrolFreeks feeling slightly more resistant than the budget ones, but still able to hit well at range. And then if we jump over to the hard rings, you can start pushing the sensitivity upwards of 12, so you'll still get that really quick, snappy movement, but you'll be able to keep the precision on the longer range engagements. So for these, I've actually found that the budget rings are harder or offer more resistance than the KontrolFreeks. So the medium and the hard KontrolFreeks, there doesn't seem to be too much difference between them actually. Whereas the budget ones, which is the grey hard ones, definitely offer a bit more resistance, and it feels comfortable aiming at a 12 sensitivity with this. Like I say, it will take a bit of getting used to whichever ring you decide to go with, and for the hard ones you will be looking to be up around the 12 sensitivity mark or higher if you generally play higher already. A lot of it will depend on what your base level of sensitivity is. But for me, 12 feels good with the hard budget ones, and I actually think I'll probably use the budget versions over the KontrolFreeks. So there we have it. I actually think that the budget options do hold up against the KontrolFreeks. If you're looking to have a soft resistance, then I probably would go with the KontrolFreeks, just because I couldn't even feel the soft one on the budget ones. But if you're more in the realm of medium and hard, then the budget ones should do the job. I actually found, like I said, the harder version of the budget ones was harder than the KontrolFreeks, so that actually gives you a bit more range of options if you go for the budgets. Like I say, I'm not sure they're going to last as long as the KontrolFreeks, just because they haven't got that shiny layer on it, so it won't be up to as much bashing from the joystick. But other than that, for the price and the amount of rings that you get in the pack, I think they're a good deal. Hopefully you found this video useful. If you did, then please consider giving it a like so it reaches more people, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see the comparison against the silicone precision rings, which will be coming up on the channel. Thanks for watching.